So I'm sitting here having lunch with one of my favorite guys in the world. And a quick thought ran through my mind. And I wanted to put it on video. I remember, excuse me. I remember when me and my grandmother had a lot of talks in my younger days. And one of the things that she used to always say was, Latrice, which is what she calls me. She said, Latrice, you'll catch more bees with honey. And I know this is a general saying. A lot of people have said this, and I don't think when we were told that we understood what that meant, because it was never broken down to us exactly what that means. Like, give us an example of that. And in my adulthood, I've had to come to learn that what it means on my own. So I'm having Raising Cane's, by the way, just in case, because you can't see it, but we tearing it up. I got a 3-finger combo. This is the little that's left of the toast. We got fries and we got chicken, and me and my son share it because I don't eat a lot of it. So we either share a 3-finger or a 4-finger combo. Oh, but baby, I got to get the large sweet tea. And Raising Cane, if you see an increase in sales, I need my commission for that promo. So I used to always wonder what it meant. And let's say, for example, you have a life-changing thing. Like me, in 2015, I had a blood transfusion. That experience in the hospital shook me. And from that point forward, I could not go back to the things that I was doing and the things that I knew. I had to move forward in a different light, a new light. So I looked at my relationships with people different. I looked at the things that I ate differently. The decisions that I was making, I looked at it a little bit different. I could not be the same person because of that experience. That experience brought so much light to me. But just because that experience was for me, that experience was to wake me up. So if I go to Jane and try to force my experience on her when she could never understand that or grasp the concept, and tell her she's a bad person if she doesn't do X, Y, and Z because I know this, that, and this, and my experience shows, well, she could never know because she didn't have that awakening. For example, if you decide, oh, I'm going to go vegan for my health, for health reasons, or just because I think it is connected to animal cruelty, and that's what you believe, it would be wrong. God damn it. Really? Okay. It would be wrong of you to go and tell everybody, oh, you're bad if you're a meat eater. You don't need to be eating meat, and this is gonna happen to you if you don't eat meat. If you eat meat and this and this and this and that. Your experience. Same thing with religion. Just because you have had an awakening about something and you feel strongly in your heart about something, you go up to people and be like, you're such a bad person if you don't do this and this and that, because that's what I believe in. Well, that's what you believe in your heart. That's the awakening that you had. You've been moved in that direction for some reason. But it would be wrong to go up to people and make them feel judged and make them feel less of a person because of something that you feel convicted about or that you believe in your heart. You know what's the best way to convert people to anything you do? And it's not meant for everybody to be converted to what you do. You're not here to gather the masses. You're here to touch certain people that are going to relate to your story, your journey, your awakening. That need to hear what you have to say. But you know what's the best way to get somebody's attention? Is by actually being the example. I can't sit here and tell people how they need to lose weight and be healthy and all of that if they don't see it in me. Because you better believe when someone sees me looking nice in the grocery store, they're going to ask me, well, what do you eat? Well, what do you do to stay fit? What do you do to, there's a girl struggling with her natural hair and she sees me in the store and she's like, well, what do you use on your hair? You are your brand. And this is not just, in business. We've always been our brand. We've always been the light that attracts somebody or some people. You're not meant to save everybody in the world. That's why we've all been planted, because all of us are going to touch somebody in some way. But the best way to catch people, to catch bees, is with honey. And that's by example. You lead by example and the right people will follow. Stop looking for family and friends to hop on your bandwagon. Stop looking for everybody to hop on your bandwagon because it's something that you believe in, you feel strongly about. Okay, well, if it's something you believe in and you feel strongly about, you be happy in that. And anybody who wants a piece of that happiness is going to float to your light. But you better believe, if you are pissing people off purposely, if you are making people feel judged, if you are making people feel less than a human being, people are not going to want to be around you. They're not going to want to do what you do. You actually take the attention away from the message. They don't hear your message. And I don't think people understand that. This is not just in a business. We are all a walking, I guess you could say, business, a walking brand, everybody. Because you're going to attract certain people that need to hear your story, that need to hear your message. How are you going to deliver? Are you going to be the example? Or are you going to be just the one that's all talk and no walk? Telling people what they should and shouldn't be doing, but it's not reflected in your world and what you're doing and what you're saying. Because if everything that is true with your awakening and what you believe in, if it lines up, it's going to show in your life. And it's going to show in the things that you do consistently. People are watching you. And when people believe in you, they'll follow you.